Oh, misty eye of the mountain below.
Hey guys, it's time for our long overdue review of The Hobbit,
The Desolation of Smaug. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, we're way behind as far as that movie because this was released before December 25th of 2013. It's the second of the movie. Well, it's supposed to be a book that's just one short book.
Yeah,
It was split
cut
into
into
three
three.
movies
Yeah.
by Peter Jackson and company. It's the further adventures of Bilbo Baggins
Right,
and the
right.
company of dwarves
Right.
who are trying to get back into the Lonely Mountain, Erebor. And as the title implies, they finally come face to face with the great dragon Smaug,
Right.
voiced by the great Benedict Cumberbatch.
And it's the Desolation of Smaug is actually even used as as a line in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. And it's us seeing Smaug. I'm happy that he was kept hidden throughout that first movie.
Right.
You don't
For
see
the
him in the
build-up.
trailers.
It really helps with the build-up.
Just hear Cumberbatch's distorted voice
Yeah.
because when you finally see him, now that's what a dragon's supposed to look like.
Right.
Bathing in the gold and stuff,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel the hugeness of the moment.
Right.
And the size comparison between him and the dwarves and Bilbo.
Watch it in IMAX. It's the
Yeah.
only way to watch this movie.
Yeah. Anyway, James, what do you think?
Okay, dude. First thing that
I know
goes
you loved it, so.
I loved it, but the first thing that's gonna goes into my head every time I watch that movie is like, why didn't the Eagles take them all the way to the mountain?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a nitpick.
Yeah,
But maybe they just did it for story's sake. But if they'd done that, it'd been one movie.
Right.
It'd just be one movie already.
Right.
No need for the two other. But of course, Warner Brothers needs to make money.
Yeah.
Naturally.
And
So-
I'll be perfectly honest. I haven't read The Hobbit. So,
Neither have I.
And
Neither
I
have
haven't
I.
read the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So when I found out that a large chunk of this second movie is not in the Hobbit books,
Right,
it was
right.
taken from short stories done by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah, even footnotes.
And the character of Toriel, played by Evangeline Lilly, was an amalgamation of different characters.
Okay.
She was created basically
Completely made.
for the
Yeah.
movie.
Yep.
Okay, Peter Jackson he's gotten a lot of free reign to do something like that
Yeah.
because he's been such a Tolkien fan and he's done so well.
Right.
It kind of diminishes the film for me.
Really?
In a bit, I have to be honest. But she's a great character. She's a great actor. She's such
Oh, yeah.
eye candy. I mean,
Yep.
I've been a fan since Lost.
Lost. Oh yeah.
And another thing I was telling you way back when we first watched this, it was shot in high frame rate.
Yeah.
That effect, seeing it in IMAX, the effect of it's basically like looking at a window. It's kind of jarring, I felt I should have watched it again because my brain was getting affected by how clear everything was.
Oh, okay.
That I think the story was kind of diminished somewhat when I was watching.
Okay.
It took a really long time for me to adjust. It was amazing to look at.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
For me, 3D will only actually get better once they stop using 3D glass with like the dark tint. The dark tint is what kind of for me ruins 3D.
Right.
But then you can see it, I appreciate it, but my God, it's like, especially in the scene with Smaug,
Yeah.
it's too dimly lit.
Right.
I mean, I think for me that's one of my main criticisms of 3D. But the high frame rate, I think it worked for me.
Right.
I didn't feel the same effect as you.
Right.
But for me, that's always going to be my criticism of 3D. It's too
Right.
dark.
Right.
Hopefully in the future, right now it's 48 frames.
Yeah, I think something.
Yeah,
like
48 frames. And supposedly in the future it's going to even reach 64. And they're saying it's going to be like looking at a window.
Yeah.
Through a window.
That's already what this effect is for me.
It's going to be even more stronger.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of with what Jackson added to the story, it enhanced it.
Okay.
It was entertaining. It made it. In the back of my mind, I was also time filler. But it was an entertaining time filler.
Okay.
The whole thing about the whole side plot with
Toria.
Toria, the love affair with what's his name, Killy. Is it Philly?
Yeah.
Killy. Killy.
Yeah, one of
Right,
Yeah.
Killy and Legolas.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit it's distracting, but it's entertaining.
Mm.
And even Gandalf looking into the necromancer.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun, but you know it's filler.
Yeah,
Also.
seeing Radagast there.
Right, it's still filler.
Right.
It's just basically a build up to the actual Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
But it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
But for me, what got me here were the action scenes. Totally kick ass.
Yeah.
I didn't think that whole that river chase sequence would be a big deal.
It was
Mind
fun.
blowing.
It was fun. Yeah.
One of the best action scenes I've seen.
I really like
Ever.
every scene that had smoke.
Yeah, that too.
I was-
That too.
Wow.
That too. You know, and it's fun because you know that this is it's both Sherlock and John Watson.
Yeah.
You know, but in a
Cumberbatch and Freeman.
yeah, and they're just being antagonistic with each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's what makes it fun. You know, and it's great. It's one of the best. Smaug is one of the best dragon designs I've ever seen. And Smaug, you know, and the way Cumberbatch comes across, oh, he is diabolical. He is just, you know, he is scary.
Yeah, he's a petty, selfish beast.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good mid chapter for me.
Okay.
Way better than Two Towers.
Oh,
2 Towers, I was bored out of my house. Bored.
I barely remember that.
You know, see, there you go. And you know, all I really remember about Two Towers is like trees, lots of
The
talking trees.
ants. Yeah.
Boring, very boring.
That's fair. That's fair.
Almost as bad as Jar Jar Binks. No, fuck yeah, pretty bad.
Okay. So I think I'd give this a B plus. You know, I think this is one of the better movies I saw last year, so I gave it a B plus. Yeah.
I'd say I love the action scenes. I thought I thoroughly entertained. But just the fact that it's like it's filler.
Right.
You know, so for me, I'd say A minus, man.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay.
Completely entertaining, and and that, the cliffhanger at the end. Just oh man, it's just gonna be a long year before the Hobbit 3 comes
Yeah,
out.
another 11 months or so.
Yeah, so good stuff.